The number one drink that will help you have glowing skin after 50 is one of the easiest, cheapest, and most convenient drinks to make. And here it is. It's this right here. I call it my golden milk. But it's very simple. We're going to take 1 ripe avocado, 1 ripe tomato, 1 cup of berries that could be mixed berries, or any of your favorite berries. I love strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries. And then we're going to add half a cup of organic lemon juice. That's important. Make sure it's organic lemon juice because you don't want pesticides in this. And then 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Now, what we're going to do is blend all these ingredients together with 6 cups of water. If you want to add some ice cubes, you can. But if you don't have an expensive blender, which I didn't when I was younger, you could just put everything in a bowl and mash it up with a potato masher. And this will give you a similar effect. It may not be as creamy, but it'll still give you the effect. You see, there are antioxidants and phytonutrients in these vegetables and fruits that can reduce inflammation in your body. And that is very important because aging is a process of inflammation. So the more you can reduce inflammation, the better your skin is going to look, the better you're going to feel. Inflammation causes pain, stiffness, swelling, and redness, all the things that we don't want as we age. One of the best anti-inflammatory foods that we can eat is fish. There's a special fat in fish called omega-3 fatty acids. And out of all the fish, the best source of omega-3s is salmon. Wild-caught is much better than farm-raised. But if you can't afford wild-caught, then get farm-raised. But to make it convenient, I recommend getting the canned salmon. Just make sure it's wild-caught. I usually buy the chunk kind so I can actually see pieces of the salmon in there. Now I like to mix it up. Sometimes I'll use sardines, which is another great source of omega-3s. What I like about sardines is they also contain a lot of calcium and vitamin D. And so when I add sardines to my salad, I really feel good about the nutrition that I'm getting from the sardines. You can put this salmon on top of your golden milk, or you can put it in a salad. A simple salad is all you need. Let's say you add a handful of spinach, 1 ripe avocado, a few slices of red onion, cherry tomatoes, cucumber, maybe some sprouts, some of those microgreens that people grow at home. Add a little bit of olive oil and vinegar, and you have a delicious meal that is loaded with antioxidants, phytonutrients, healthy fats, fiber, and complete protein. The reason why this meal is so powerful is because you're covering all the food groups with nutrient-dense foods. You're avoiding processed foods, refined sugars, and refined carbohydrates. As far as the type of salmon you should get, the best would be wild-caught. Next would be the canned wild-caught, then farm-raised wild, then farm-raised. When it comes to the quality of these proteins, nothing beats animal proteins. Animal proteins are what I call the gold standard for complete protein. These proteins contain all the amino acids that humans require. So if you eat meat, poultry, or fish, you won't have to worry about combining different foods to get all the amino acids. But there are 2 problems with eating meat. One is that it can be very high in saturated fat, especially red meat. And too much saturated fat raises your cholesterol and increases your risk of having a heart attack. The other problem with eating meat is that it's inflammatory for some people. They might not even know it, but when they eat beef or pork, they get a little bit of inflammation in their joints. Now, if you're one of those people who gets inflamed when you eat meat, I would recommend cutting back on the red meat and replacing it with fish. Fish doesn't have the saturated fat. It's lower in cholesterol, and it's not inflammatory like red meat can be. If you want to learn more about the healthiest way to cook fish, check out this video on how to steam and bake fish in parchment paper. It's so good. My mouth is watering just thinking about it. But it's not only the type of protein you eat, it's also the quality of the protein. And when it comes to quality, nothing beats grass-fed and grass-finished beef. Why? Because the quality of the meat is much better. It has more omega-3s, less omega-6s. It's higher in protein and lower in fat compared to grain-fed. Grass-fed beef is also higher in CLA, which is good for your heart and helps prevent cancer. It's also higher in antioxidants, vitamin E, and many other nutrients. So if you're going to eat beef, eat grass-fed and grass-finished. I don't eat much beef myself, but when I do, I get the grass-fed and grass-finished. But what about chicken? Is it okay to eat chicken every day? Yes, it is, but you want to make sure you get the organic free range. Not only are these chickens not injected with hormones and antibiotics, they are allowed to roam outside and get some sunshine. These chickens are exposed to more diverse microbes, which makes them healthier chickens, and therefore the chicken you eat will be much more nutritious. Also, studies show that these chickens have higher amounts of omega-3 fatty acids, so they're much healthier for you to consume. These chickens aren't pumped full of antibiotics, so you won't be contributing to the antibiotic resistance crisis that our country is facing today. Eggs are another excellent source of protein, and just like with the chicken, you want to make sure they are pasture-raised, organic, and non-GMO. When hens roam around outside and eat bugs and worms, their eggs will be much more nutritious. Pastured eggs are loaded with more vitamin D, omega-3s, vitamin E, beta-carotene, and a host of other nutrients. Pastured eggs also have a richer flavor and a thicker, richer yolk. I love eating eggs every morning. It's my favorite breakfast food. But I always get the pasture-raised organic eggs. So far, we've covered some of the best foods to eat for glowing skin. But what about the skincare routine? Check out this video where I reveal my simple 3-step skincare routine. The products I use are all natural, all organic, and very affordable. But one thing I do that's not affordable is this. Every morning before I wash my face, I put 1 cup of organic berries in my blender with 2 cups of water, and I blend it up, and then I rub it all over my face. Then I let it sit on my face for 10 minutes while I do other things, like brush my teeth and get ready for the day. Then I rinse it off, and I follow with my 3-step skincare routine. Using this berry mask every single morning has given me such bright, radiant-looking skin. And it's so easy. You can do it too. In addition to eating well and taking care of your skin, you also need to exercise. I recommend doing 20 minutes of cardio 3 to 4 times a week. But you don't need to kill yourself with exercise. Find something you enjoy doing and that you look forward to. For me, I love swimming and walking. I never force myself to go to the gym because I don't like it. I much rather swim outside in a lake or walk outside in nature. Exercise releases endorphins, which improves your mood. It gives you energy, and it keeps your blood sugar stable so you won't experience any crashes or cravings. Now, if you're new here, I've created a free guide to help you transition to this healthy keto way of living. This guide is going to teach you the do's and don'ts of keto. It's filled with delicious recipes, a 7-day meal plan, and a grocery list to make your shopping much easier. There's also a video in the guide that shows you how to make a keto-friendly version of French toast that tastes even better than the real thing. And it's very, very easy. To get this guide, all you have to do is click the link down below in the description. Now, since you're here, I have a question for you. What has been your biggest challenge transitioning to the healthy keto way of life? Please share your thoughts in the comments because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.